And we are live. Hey, happy Wednesday, and welcome to another episode of the Marriage Go Round podcast. Let me know if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to do this in a different way today. And let's see. There's already comments in here. Oh, good. You already have questions. I love it. You guys were in here before we were. Baby, are you okay? Let's see. Hi, current comment. Why is that on the screen? All right, there we go. Hopefully the connection is clear and everything is cool. Babe, you too quiet. How you doing?
Sleepy.
All right, we're going to introduce the show. We're going to do the theme song, and then I'm going to find out why you are sleepy. And of course, running behind because we had blackouts yesterday, and it just got me all off kilter. And I was like, I wonder if we're going to do our show today. I wonder if it's going to let us do our show today. But let me see. That comes on the screen. Okay, what's up? Mom is in the building. Get a pet. What are we talking about? Are we in the right place? I hope we are. Let me see.
Marriage go round.
Hold on a second. Are you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8.
Marriage go round. Marriage go round. Tanjareen and CC's marriage go round.
Because married things and things are rock. Married things and things are rock.
It's the real relationship podcast.
Braka. You did that
All
with
right.
some enthusiasm, baby.
Yeah.
Put your ring on, please. I know this is not on your finger.
All right, because this makes us less married if I'm not. If the ring isn't on my finger.
You're giving the wrong message,
Got
baby. You're giving the wrong message. All right, let's see what we're talking
Let
about
alone
in here.
I'm in my kitchen
Hey, man, it's
with my wife.
our kitchen with your wife. Let's see. We got some questions here. Let me pin these and let's talk about where we are. We are at episode number 29 of the Marriage Go Round podcast.
Wow.
And although we are content creators, I'd love if you keep your questions based on relationships. We're here to give advice, to take advice, to hear opinions. If you are married, put a capital M in the chat. If you are divorced, put a capital D. If you are single, put a capital S. Why do I have so many? Oh, Detroit is in the building.
What up, though?
Hey, beautiful ones. Hey, secluded one. Hey, Biggie Whitaker. Hey, Ahmad Sadiki. Hey, Kevin Lacroix. It's Kaban, Tanjareen. It's Emperor Kev. Cobra Tay says CT and Tanjareen, the best couple around. Appreciate that. Cobra Tay. So, sweetie, you're sleepy. What you been up to?
So today in particular, okay, so let's start with last night. Last night, top 2 marriage podcast stations in there. It ain't number 2.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, Otto.
All Tanjareen.
Hey,
so,
baby, we're a team.
your hands are freezing. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch
me. But you like the cold when you're soft? Okay, I won't touch you.
Okay.
He said please.
So, yesterday we had a blackout, right? Electricity just shut off in the morning at like 11. And Tanjit went to go have lunch with her sister. And I'm like, man, I was still trying to sleep. Woke up 5 minutes later, and then the power came back on like 5 minutes later. I'm like, great. But the internet was off. And I was supposed to stream at 3 o'clock on Caffeine /CT is dope. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this because I don't know if the internet is going to work. So I told my rep I'm not going to be able to do it. And then Tanjareen got home and she was able to, through the communication of the neighborhood, the community, make sure that the internet came back on. Because the power went out, everything came back on, we were good, and then it went out again at like 1 p.m. And then Tanjareen got home, she fixed it, and then it was like, all right, great, we're solid. And then later on that night, around
like 10:45,
it happened again. Crazy thing is, Tanjareen helped me with an audition. I submitted it, I pressed send, I sat back to watch some Law & Order Criminal Intent. Power goes out. I'm like, come on.
That's how fire that audition was. Hey.
And then it came back on an hour and a half later. And I was like, well, I got to do what I was trying to do in the first place, which is watch Criminal Intent. And then I played my game a little bit. And then this morning I woke up to do Justin Heyer's F Your Feelings podcast. And he starts at 11 a.m. So I woke up at 9:45, hit the snooze till 10:15. Hopped in the shower. This place isn't far from me. Hopped in the shower, got in the truck, got there, recorded, had a great time. And now I'm here and I'm ready to just take a nap But I'm like, hey, we're doing the show today.
Yes, thank you, baby, for agreeing to do it one more time. Keep It Smooth says married. We make 11 years married next month.
Congrats.
Shout out to the smoothest power couple on this side of Mississippi. Thank you so much. Keep It Smooth.
My God.
Y'all know 11 years
It
married,
smooth.
and I think he got about 11 kids with that woman. And I like it because she's chocolatey. I appreciate that in him. I
Jack.
appreciate that. Hey, Jack Moody is in the building. Woo, woo.
What up?
Lexi Legs. Hi, Tanjareen and CT. How are y'all doing today? Well, you know I'm always fantastic. We were just here talking about how we had.
You look very pretty.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. We were just talking about how we had a power outage
I love
yesterday.
your hair. I love your shirt, your skin. You have a very nice, natural look about yourself.
But let me ask you something.
Yep.
What is it about you that hears me talking and makes you people want to interrupt?
Oh, I got you.
I'm just playing.
No.
That's something he asked me last night when I wasn't even trying to interrupt. I was trying to help him, and you just gave me beautiful compliments. So I don't mean what I just said. You don't have to answer. I'm just being silly. Thank you for all the compliments.
I actually have an answer for that.
I don't need it. I'm just.
Your tone was so very, I'm not talking about shit. So I was like, oh, I could just interrupt right here. That's the truth.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
you were just mumbling lines to yourself, studying your lines, and I was like, oh, he's hot. He went to the other room. Let me turn this heater off.
You gotta understand. You gotta explain everything.
No, because
they
it's
don't
not
understand.
important.
When you make something public, they have to understand
The point is,
what is it?
You said that to me, the context in which
Context.
you said that.
So yesterday, I was in the room reading lines to myself and everything, and I'm reading my lines to Tanjareen, and then she just starts talking, and I said, hey, let me ask you something. Not tearing you down at all or, disrespecting. I'm just asking as an overall. What is it about when I'm speaking that makes people think that they can interrupt me while I'm talking? And then she was like, well, I don't mean to. I was like, no. It's not about you. I'm talking about overall because this is a recurring thing. So that's to give you guys context.
Thank you.
That she gave a call back on a very funny joke that if y'all had just had the context, it would have been even funnier.
I'm sure it's so much funnier now, sweetheart. 11 kids, 11 years. Well, damn, Keep It Smooth, always keeping her pregnant.
That's hilarious.
Hey, Autumn Reed is hilarious. You can watch a highlight of her jokes in the reel that I posted last week. I posted another reel today on Instagram from last week's episode when we were talking about dry humping. Check that out when you get a chance. Yes, we are married, Paul Adams. I'm sure that is a joke. Yes, they are. Thank you, Kiara. Can't you tell by the way we fuss? What did I do this week? I didn't have any shows.
Your breasts look crazy.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I'm looking at that screen and wow.
Thank you. I put on some pasties so you guys couldn't see the real deal, but then I was like, man, do these look like I have this size of whatever so in there? But
everybody always thinks your boobs are fake.
I know, which is a compliment, but no, I just gained some weight.
They are perky.
And
they sit up just like this too, guys.
You're bragging and I love it. Thank you.
It's true. They just sit up like you got some 19-year-old titties.
Hey, and shout out to me at 19 because I think I was an A- cup at that point. Or no, I think I was a B-.
This looks like I'm reaching for the city. I see something.
Yes, I was trying to cover it with my hair. Thank you so much for bringing it to the attention.
Yeah, no problem. It's like a beauty mark.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. You really full. Do you want me to do some things for you?
Yeah, let me go to sleep.
That's
what I want you to do.
This guy with the jokes.
If I can get a favor.
Can get a favor. Jonathan, no cussing. I can't put your comment on the screen. I don't know why you put the word out like that. Lexi Lex says, oh, yay. Green Ranger and I will be officially married for 2 years on the 20th.
Congrats.
Yay. And they already 2 kids in. I love it. Y'all started like right away. Bang, 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 bang. Headlights on bright, Rob says. Are they? Keep It Smooth says, that's how you stay together. I'm shooting up the club like a John Wick scene. I like that. I like that. Jonathan says, you guys are so open in your relationship. Yes, we are. We share everything. We tell you when we're not having a good time. We tell you when we are having a good time. I don't know what I want to talk about today. I had some topics.
Oh, first thing we have to talk about is that you sent me a video yesterday.
Okay.
That was about prenuptial agreements.
I was thinking about that, but I know we talked about prenups another show, but we can talk about it again because that's the. And I want to say again.
Please stop touching me. Your hands are freezing.
Oh, I put a little lotion on. I thought it helped.
The lotion is like ice. The thing that keeps people warmer are oils. You ever go get a massage? They don't say, "Hey, you want some lotion?" They say, "Do you want oil?" Because oil heats with body temperature. Lotion does not heat.
Okay, baby. I won't.
You are
touch
always
anymore.
ice cold.
Oh, Keep It Smooth and his wife are nasty. That's hilarious. So I just want to remind you, if you're just tuning in, folks, this is episode number 29
I don't know if he smashed his girl and he comes out and they out, like, he go pee and then he be dry and then she come back, she like, and he be like, keep it smooth. And then
oh,
he goes
Lord.
in. Or if he pulls it out and he's like, I need a little bit more moisture. And then she helps him out with the moisture and he's like, keep it smooth. Or if that's what he says, to get it wet.
Let us know. Keep It Smooth. We are very into your bedroom life, apparently. As I was saying before, I was not interrupted while somebody heard my voice talking. This is episode number 29 of the Marriage Go Round podcast with Tanjareen and CT. We are live. We are here to talk about relationships. So when you put your questions up about relationships, I will pin it and get back to it until we get ready for that. If you'd like to get on camera with us, you can click the link that's in the description above, below, or beside the video here on Facebook and YouTube, where we're broadcasting live at the same damn time.
The book in the tube.
I love when you sing. So you can come and get on camera with us and ask us your relationship questions on camera if you have the courage. So today's topic, we're going to talk about
prenuptial agreements. First, it's not even going to be a full-on topic. It's just, we saw the video and the young lady, the way she went about it was like, yeah. So he was like, yeah, you know, they were telling me I should get a prenuptial agreement. And she's like, for what? Was yours is ours and was ours is mine. And I was just like, wow. And he was like, so if I ask you to sign a prenup, you're not gonna marry? No. And I was like, man, this seems very money motivated instead of love motivated. Instead of let's have a conversation about this. It's like your way or the highway. And I've never thought that was okay in any relationship.
The funniest part of that video was he said, well, my lawyers are making me do this. You know, I want to have you sign this prenup before we get married. And she kept saying no. And then he said, well, it's not about you, but what are you bringing to the table? And then she changed the subject. And I was like, oh, well,
like most people do. This
is key. He said, what do you bring to the table? And you were just like, I'm not signing that. And he was like, we're not getting married if we don't. Well, yes, we are, is what she said back. But she could have easily just said, I'll have my lawyers look it over and we'll come to some type of agreement. Because what if in the relationship, she does something and ends up making more money? And then if they break up, now it's on her. But it was just interesting to me that she was not willing to cave. She was like, no. What's yours is mine. What's mine is mine, which is
crazy for somebody to even utter those words.
I say
what's yours is mine.
Yes,
and what is mine is mine.
All the time.
Well, you don't have anything that I want, but it's like, what's mine is yours?
I don't want anything about
That's crazy. No, I mean, you got great taste in things, but nothing that you have do I want. It's like,
That's
even this iPad, I don't want this. I'm not even an iPad guy.
So when I start this new TV show and I'm making millions of dollars, you don't want any money?
Well, you don't have anything that I want.
I just asked you about money.
Millions of dollars?
Usually prenups are about the money.
Well, unfortunately for us, we didn't sign a prenup. So it's like, well, okay, not unfortunately for us. Fortunately for us, we did not have a prenup because it wasn't about money when we got into a relationship. And we weren't to a point where that was a make or break for our relationship. However, I've said on several occasions, I'm like, man, she's helped me acquire everything. She deserves my help. And the exact same thing can be said about you. So it's like, if you would leave me out there stinking, that shows me the choice that I've made in wives once you make your millions. But no, you don't have anything that I want.
Well, thank you
except your love and affection.
Thank you, sweetie, for cleaning that up. Let's see what this one says.
I meant more so material things. Like there's nothing. I wish I could see her office. Her office and my office are
so
two completely different offices.
First of all, yours isn't an office. It's a man cave.
Respect me.
Yes.
So when you see Tanjareen's office, it's full of books and a printer, and she's got like mirrors in there.
I have office supplies like a stapler and the file cabinet that we both use.
Yeah, I ain't got no stapler. You know what I do have? I got Power Ranger helmets. I got Megazords. I got pictures of Power Rangers. I got Batman, Justice League. I got a beanbag chair.
These are the facts.
Some recliners.
Mini fridge.
I got a big screen TV. She didn't got no TV in her
because I work in my office.
Kind of off. I don't want nothing in there. If we had to do like a Freaky Friday switch
you'd
for
be
office,
miserable.
I would be miserable.
You have
bro.
to sit up straight the whole time. Oh my goodness. I hate it here. Let me see what these comments are saying. Autumn Reed says, always get a prenup. Do you know how hard it is to divide a futon and an air mattress combo? That's hilarious. And that is what a lot of people start off having. I love this because I know you're going to hate it. Hello, Tangent, her husband. One of my favorite people. I appreciate that, Barb. His name is CT.
I don't acknowledge
CT
Here's the thing.
hair looks great. Anything you use to keep it looking full and healthy like that?
Is this the same person? Oh, this
No.
is a different person. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. The answer, I've been using MarcheNicole.com.
There you go.
She has these amazing oils and she has these amazing shampoos that when I wash my hair, it's extremely clean and I get to squeak without my hair being dried out. And the oil gives it some, it sparkles, yo, and it smells incredible. And it's light, it's great.
This episode is sponsored by MarcheNicole.com. Ding!
Now you're probably gonna cut that as a clip, and now she has to come to it.
Your co-host looks like Wayne Williams with his glasses on. I don't know who Wayne Williams is.
Look him up on your phone.
But I see that Jonathan says he said you look like a serial killer. So maybe Wayne Williams is a serial killer.
Oh, Wayne Williams. I've heard the name in the Ludacris song before.
Ah, okay. Uniquely me, Alma Lee says, I want love and a prenup, but we'll see what happens.
Let me see this. Open your phone.
Baby, you got your phone right there.
It's not right here. It's over there.
She ain't got no damn lawyer. She's broken. Trying to come up, Gorilla Tap One. What's up, Gorilla Tap One? You want me to get up and go? Where's your phone?
I said your phone is right there. I said Google it, and you said everything except okay.
Because I'm using the phone. I'm using all my devices.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You ain't using nothing.
He has to know what this person looks like. Well said. Peace, love, thumbs up, love, and respect from Chris Jeff. What's up, Chris? Tange office is for grown folks. CT hosts kids parties on the weekends. That's from Autumn Reed. That's how Autumn Reed feels about you, baby. Are you listening?
I don't look anything like Wayne Williams.
Well, make a picture of him bigger so you can show the audience who Wayne Williams is.
Oh, this picture. But this is black and white.
Show the audience.
I'm going to show the one that I saw first.
No, you got to show the one that looks like you. No, go back to the other one. Go back to this one.
Let me show that one.
That's not the one. That's close too, though, because you had your glasses on. He said, with your glasses on, you look like Wayne Williams. So I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that.
Nothing.
You don't have your glasses on.
Exactly.
Did you see what Autumn Reed said?
No, what did she say? Something disrespectful. I'm going to have to cut her off.
It says, Tange's office is for grown folks. CT hosts kids' birthday parties on the weekends.
You know what's even funnier, Autumn? I would never allow a child in my man cave alone. Like the times where I'm giving a kid a tour, you know, their parents like, oh, they want to see the man cave. I'm right there looking like, don't touch nothing.
Yeah, he's very particular about his things.
Yeah, you got to take care of your stuff because the only thing people are going to do if they mess something up is, oh, I'm sorry. Exactly. It's like, I'm sorry? Do you know how much this cost or what I had to do to get this in here?
Exactly. Let me see. Tang, you look amazing. Thank you, Ronnie Nicole. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting our show. Nah, not him. Kiara says you don't look like Wayne Williams. There we go. Lex is laughing.
Anybody with a fro, they trying to just say you look like anybody. If you dark skinned, you look like this person. If you got glasses, oh my God.
I know. I look like a lot of people growing up. Autumn Reed supporting you. She says Wayne Williams is the 1981 Atlanta child killer, and
Woo!
CT does not look like him. Woo! I didn't know that.
Reed.
So let's look at some of these relationship questions that were brought up when we first got in here. Just Cuz says, what should I do if I can't help but feel alone, even though I have a family who loves me? And I know that this isn't a relationship question, but I do know that he's married with 2 kids. So that's going to make it be a relationship question to make it pertinent. What should I do if I feel alone, even though I have family who loves me?
You go first.
That is a deep, deep, deep question that I know a lot of people can relate to. Wowzers. I would say, I would say what the answer to a lot of things for me, mental health wise, is finding things that I enjoy doing. They don't even have to be things that cost money. If you like looking in nature, or if you like taking a walk, or if you like playing video games or playing spades or, online dominoes, online spades, so you don't have to know anybody to actually, engage with them. listen to your favorite type of music. I don't know. When you feel alone, I feel like you should talk to the people around you. I think there was actually a time in our marriage where I felt alone and we were married, and I actually talked to him about it, because it's like, why am I with somebody if I don't feel like I'm with somebody? So we had the conversation, and he was surprised to find this out, and then things changed. So if you have a spouse but you feel alone in a relationship, communication is always the answer.
Yeah, communication is a great answer. To piggyback what she said, I would I find joy if every blue moon I'm like, you know what? Instead of driving to go get my mail or go do like a menial task, let me walk down the street and have my headphones on and just blast the music that I like, and it'll bring me joy. Something else that brings me joy, I love playing my video game. A specific game brings me so much joy because it's a superhero game. It's the Avengers, but it's dope for me to be this like hero and to be saving the day and be able to escape, right? Or watching your favorite show that you might like with somebody else or that you just like on your own. But these things are free. Like, do them alone. And what Tanjareen said, communicate with your spouse about these things and find a resolution or a solution to that specific problem. Remember that nobody is responsible for your happiness except for you. And anything that anybody contributes is a cherry on top, but they're not responsible to do that for you. And I think that was a conversation that we had when she told me that, because in the beginning, and man, shout out to you for all of the work that you've done on yourself, Tanjareen, internally, was you saying that you felt alone and, you know, I wasn't making you happy at the time. And I was like, that's not really my job. And you were like, what? And I was like, that's not for me to do. Anything that I do that makes you happy, great. But you can't look at me for your happiness, because what if I'm not near you? Are you just not going to be happy? And it brought on a whole nother can of worms that she in turn worked out for herself. And it was like, oh, this is incredible. And then I used that exact same advice for myself as time went on. Like, man, she's not responsible for me to be happy or for me to feel fulfilled in certain things. So that was a horrible time for you to get up, by the way. But yeah, so all those things, just good luck to you.
I will say on that, I was dating somebody years ago, and I told them, when you do
the same thing.
And when I told them, you did this and you make me feel blah blah blah, he was like, your feelings are your own. I have no control over your feelings. And I was just like,
People were giving it to you straight for years.
So I was like, okay. And so that's when I first realized I got to take care of this for me. So if there's something that I want to do or something I want to attend, he doesn't want to attend it with me, I find someone else. But I did notice that when he said, you know, I'm not responsible for your happiness. Sorry, I had to take a minute. I'm not responsible for your happiness. I was like, okay. And this happens a lot when women break up with a guy. I'm sidetracking here, but when women break up with a guy because he said, you know, I'm not comfortable with you, you gained too much weight, or, you know, I don't like you no more, whatever. What's the first thing she does? She goes out, gets in the best shape of her life, goes back and finishes school, gets the career she always wanted. Now she's a total 10 because she has the confidence that she didn't have when she was with him. And she feels all amazing. And she's angry with him when she should be happy with him because he motivated her. So when I had that conversation with him and he was like, you know, I'm not responsible, I started doing the things I want to do without him. And then he was like, well, what you doing? Where are you going? And then he became somebody who really, really liked my company and wanted to be around me more. And then my problem was solved. I wasn't feeling lonely anymore because I was confident in doing what I wanted to do, whether he was involved or not, but then he wanted to be involved. So it's all a full circle thing. And I hope that all of that made sense.
Remember to get a companion. You don't need somebody to be a companion, a guest in your journey is what you want. You don't need somebody to be the specific tandem, right? So it's like, Batman didn't need Robin. It was great to have him, and all these adventures were solid.
Batman did not need Robin.
You know? So it's kind of like that with life. And it makes it more joyous when you have a person that wants to be there and enjoys being there with you instead of being forced.
Amen.
Amen.
Jordan Taylor says, getting to know each other is the right answer. Autumn Reed says, Timothy, also known as Just Cuz, needs to identify what is making him feel alone or unconnected with his family, communicate with his family, and try new things as a family to connect and stay connected. Also, therapy helps. I wholeheartedly agree with that answer. What's up, Amos Coates, watching all the way in the Netherlands, where it is past midnight out there. A little late, but also here to support. Hello, Guy Trip. Thanks for being here. Tim needs to open his mouth. Silence is decay, Guy Trip says. That is great advice. Let me see. Tamia, hey, Miss Mia. She says, that's true. We need to find happiness with ourselves so no one can leave and take our happiness with them. I think is what that says. That's true. Chris Jeffers, people don't like the truth. To teach their own, or to each their own, whatever make you happy. Thank you, Chris Jeffers. Dope Jules, y'all. What up, Mike Larry? Representing Detroit. Amen. She said it with us. Thank you, Carolyn. Great advice. Azur says, in my Rihanna voice, he need me.
Hilarious.
Hey,
what up, So to that point, I think it was that one. People don't like truth. It's not that people don't like the truth. I think people get it confused. The truth and how you say things to somebody matters, right? So you could say, oh, I don't like these eggs without saying these eggs is trash. People don't like the truth. No, people don't like rude. So it's just about how you say things to somebody.
And it's a lot of rude people in the world. When people are like, hey, you come off brash, you come off harsh. I'm just real. I'm just keeping it real. And it's like, there's a way to keep it real and not be mean and not hurt people's feelings and make them like cry in the car or slit their wrist. There's a way to do both. Let's get back to relationships with this question right here. Funny question for good mood. What makes you laugh and where are you ticklish? Sarah, let's see if we can make this a relationship question. What makes you laugh and where are you ticklish?
Tanjareen is not ticklish.
I am some parts. It's very hard to make me laugh from tickle. Does that upset you? That I'm trying. Oh, look, I want to touch you.
You're so weird.
Touch you up here.
You so. Hold on, your hands feel warm. Touch my arm. No, my skin. Yeah, you good now.
Because I put lotion on.
It's not the lotion.
I put more lotion on.
You've been moving. Yeah, you are not ticklish. It does not annoy me. It's just like you're so weird. It's like there's certain things that other people are like she doesn't react to certain things, right? So how can I say this, PG? Oh man, I can't. So never mind.
Damn. Okay. Well, I had said I wasn't ticklish when I was getting a massage a couple weeks ago. Masseuse was here. He asked me before he got to this part, and I was like, no. He touched me somewhere in my pelvic area between my abs and my pelvic. And I laughed like a baby on the changing table with their favorite toy. I laughed so hard. I was so embarrassed. I couldn't stop it because I really thought I wasn't ticklish. And he was looking at me like, I know what I'm doing. And I was like, it got me. But he had to keep doing it because he was adjusting a pain that I had in my lower back. But I was just like, oh my God, I can't sit still. So I'm ticklish in certain areas. You just gotta find it.
She's not ticklish in the areas that everybody who's normal is ticklish. So it's like you would reach under her arm or try and like tickle her stomach, and she's just like straight face, and you're like, she has no soul.
Every woman is ticklish, LOL. You either gently squeeze the top of the knee or behind the thigh. Ooh, behind the thigh? That's an interesting. I don't think
you're not ticklish back there.
I don't think I am, but that's what Keep It Smooth did to keep his marriage spicy. So we're not gonna judge.
Destroying your calves. So I know that area is nothing for you.
Feelings and the truth are unfortunately not the best of friends. Facts, Amos Coates. What's up, CT team? You gonna say it backwards, huh, Washington? What's up, Dante Washington? Since we're gonna say things backwards. Totally agree. Men and women are two different beings. People shouldn't expect their partner to like everything the same way they do. Communication and understanding is very important. Facts, Kevin. Facts. Barbara says, Tanjareen is tickled. She has learned keep a poker face like her mom. Okay. Coming from my mother. Thank you for snitching on me, Mom. I thought I wasn't ticklish, but maybe I'm just holding it in.
What makes you laugh? I know what makes you laugh. A certain extent of you is a large part of who you are now is who I am because we've been together so long. Mm-hmm. But before me, what made you laugh?
I like subtle humor. Like, if people are looking at something that's slapsticky, like the movie Airplane or the Three Stooges or just all that ridiculous stuff, I like when Vince Vaughn just mumbles something that wasn't a regular line, but he just throws something out. That makes me laugh from the core.
My sister's been through a lot of dick.
I love subtle humor. I love when people are just quietly killing it with comedy. I don't really laugh when people fall, like when there's videos of people falling or somebody falls, because I'm like, oh gosh, are they okay? Or how would I feel in this situation? That doesn't make me laugh. I don't laugh like a lot at other people's embarrassment, but I love when it's not expected. And I've always loved stand-up comedy. Well, not always, but since my first blind date at the age of 16, when I snuck into a comedy club on Crenshaw Boulevard, and I saw this art of stand-up comedy. I love comedy. So it's not hard to make me laugh. One of the funniest things about being married comedians is us in the bed trying to go to sleep. And when I say us trying to go to sleep, I mean him trying to go to sleep. Because
she's the worst, bro.
Because he says he wants to give me the light, as in the light to get off the stage. Because when we're in bed, I'm having insomnia, so I'm not sleepy when he gets in bed. So
she got the most energy when we get in the bed. When we're sitting, when we can watch a TV show, oh my God.
I'm so sleepy.
She got to go to sleep right now. If I'm like, all right, let's go upstairs so we can go to sleep. As soon as we get into bed, now I'm tired.
Yeah.
And then she's wide awake.
And I'll be in his face like, hey.
And I'll be like, go to sleep.
And you're like, don't start this ish right now, Tanjareen.
Last night I was so tired. I literally sat there. I said, please, just leave me alone. And then she was laughing, and then she tried to come close to get a kiss.
He palmed my head
and put it in the pillow. Like, go to sleep.
And then I'm like a puppy or a kitten. I just come up from under his hand and just palm my head, and I just keep coming back.
I was so
He
sleepy.
laughs so hard, but he's so frustrated.
It's so funny.
And if I can record
it,
if I can record how hard we laugh from the gut when we go to bed, it's so ridiculous.
It's so funny.
It's so ridiculous. Sounds like me, Amos says. I love it. That's the best way, Chris Jeffer says. So yes. Let's get to this other one.
It's so funny.
It is funny. Got you, mommy. I corrected that for you. Let's see. Cobra Tay has a relationship question. Cobra Tay, he wants to know, is it right to go Dutch sometimes in a relationship?
Hell yeah. Let me tell you something. If you pay for something too much, or you pay all the time and your spouse ain't paying for nothing, you will start to develop resentment. And if y'all not going half and half, or she's treating you or him treating her, y'all are going to find the imbalance, and y'all are going to start finding that thread of something that makes you unhappy. Trust.
Well, that depends on who you are, because if you came from money, or you came from a family who the man always pays, then you're going to be okay with paying all the time, and it's not even going to occur to you to be mad at her because she didn't do the fake I'm gonna pull out my wallet thing. If that's who you are inside, you're going to pay all the time. Or if the opposite, if you didn't come from money and you finally have some and you just can't wait to finally be able to provide, you're not going to care that it's not reciprocated. Or as a woman, we'll flip it the other way. If you want to be so independent and show that you never need a man for anything, maybe you always want to pay so that you don't feel like you owe him anything at the end of the date, or because your mom's raised you a certain way, or you want to show that, you don't need a man. So I think it depends on the person. I don't think that if a guy asks a woman out that first time, I don't think the woman should be responsible for paying.
No.
But it's always cute if she offers to pay. And then let's see what happens. If you offer to pay on the first date, if a guy asks you out and he says, okay, does he call your bluff? And you're like, oh, shoot, I said to take me to Crustaceans or, Ruth Chris.
They'll never try that just to be like, proving a point.
And you said you was going to pay, and then I reached for my wallet and you let me take it out.
If you ask somebody out on a date, you're paying. Why would that even come up? Let's go half, or you pay. However, to your point, you saw men who were raised to pay. I always saw the women pay. My sisters always paid.
Right.
My mom.
Independent women.
Yeah. So I grew up seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I start paying for stuff, I was like, a thank you is coming, surely. You know what I mean? So it's because I never saw, or I can't say never, I didn't see that predominantly where men were paying. because the women were always doing better than the men that I saw.
Ray Ossie C. Jims or Grims, that's an R, says, I think paying doesn't become a problem as long as ... there are other acts of kindness or appreciation. So does that mean paying 100% of the time from the man is okay as long as the woman is putting out, doing the laundry, showering him with gifts? Like, what? Be specific.
If I take, like, it's back in my just going straight up to the movies days, if I offered to take a girl to several movies, and after the second movie or after the first one, if she didn't say, "Oh, I'll take you next time," then it's like, all right, I know who I'm dealing with.
After the first one, you expect her to say that?
Listen, I have made some great choices on women to be able to be a judge of character, right? Those same women, or people, I should say, are the same people that you'd be like, "Oh, you look nice today," and they'd be like, "Thanks."
And you wait on a compliment back.
And you're not giving a compliment to get one, but you just notice little things about how people react, right? Mm-hmm. Or if you're always the person to reach out to people, like, "Hey, just checking on you today," or "Hey, it's been a while." And when you start looking through y'all thread, they've never reached out to you, then you're like, all right, I was right. And typically 9 times out of 10, in my personal experience, it had been, if I've taken a girl to a movie or two and she didn't offer to take me somewhere or to show me a good time somewhere, then it's like, oh, you're this type of person.
Exactly. And side note, have you guys ever looked through your phone when you're wishing somebody happy birthday via text and then scroll back up to see if they wished you one?
Absolutely.
This year, last year, the year before, and then you're like, wait a minute, they didn't remember my birthday.
Delete. Because right at the point where I am in my life right now, if I'm wishing somebody happy birthday and I scroll up and I can see the last time I wished them happy birthday, that means they didn't wish me happy birthday. Yeah. And that means this message is done.
But what if they called you and left you a voicemail because text is so impersonal? There's no record of that.
Listen, you're talking to somebody who does not have the greatest memory for things that other people remember. I'm the pettiest person you know. I remember every single call that I've gotten for my birthday. I remember Facebook messages. I remember when people think of me. So it's, even if you didn't text me, I'll be like, they called me, because calls stand out from texts.
Copy that.
So if I got 100 texts and I'm like, oh, who called me outside of family? Oh yeah, I remember that. Who DM'd me happy birthday or whatever, you know?
Nice.
I don't look at if you have my personal phone number, if you comment happy birthday, I don't acknowledge that. Yeah,
because you need to call or text. Yeah. Exactly. Back to the relationships topic. This is episode number 29 of the Marriage Go Round podcast with Tanjareen and CT. We are live right now on Facebook and YouTube at the same damn time. If you would like to ask, I know right now, if you would like to be on camera to ask us a relationship question, there is a link in the description where it says, click here if you'd like to get on camera with us and ask a relationship question. Click that, sign in for Facebook or YouTube, ask us your questions, and be a part of today's episode of this broadcast. We just asked the question from I forgot who asked it. Was it Dante? Was it Coberte? Wants to know, is it okay to go Dutch on a date?
I got a question for you.
And so some of these answers are coming in. Bandersnatch. Hey, Bandersnatch. She says, it depends on who's doing the asking. If you ask me out, I expect you to pay, and vice versa. I agree with that as well. But if the guy asks you to the movie 7 times, CT says after the first time, he's like, well, you didn't offer to say you're going to pay next time.
And realistically, and what I mean by that, because I know that might seem extremely surface by me saying, yo, if I invite you to a movie, you got to invite me to one. I'm more so thinking about the times I've invited women to a movie or something like that, and I know the experience that you're going to have with me. Ooh. And the experience that you're going to have with me going to a movie is not a one-off of you just going to see Spider-Man. You're going to remember that outing.
I heard that.
You're going to have such a great time with me that if you don't say, hey, let's at least go back to my apartment. You know what I'm saying?
Talk your ish, baby.
It's true. I'm one of the greatest guys any girl has ever dated. But
I'm very lucky.
You are. But if I have given you this experience, and I know that it's an experience, at the end of that date, if you are not telling me before we depart that you want to see me again, then I know you're not the person that needs to be in my life.
Whew. All right. Let's see what this person says. Kevin says, saw the true side of someone. She pulled the reach for lunch bill and I let her pay. Her face broke. It was only IHOP, the beginning of the end. I love the act out. That's funny. She didn't really want to.
Chance. Wait, waiter. Wow, she stuck with
It's
that.
only IHOP. It's hilarious. Let's see what this one says. Demetrius says a relationship is an intimate sense of symbiotic. It shouldn't matter who pays as long as these convos are had before monetary emphasis is placed anywhere. If that makes sense, it does make
Like
sense,
Kev on
Demetrius.
With
If
a
he
bigger
gains some
beard.
weight,
Well, first of all, Jesus Christ.
what he
All I
said
said was,
he looks like he has a big what is this? The shoulders.
all I said was he looks like him on stage. And you felt the need to say if he gained weight.
Yes, he looks more like a football player.
First of all, they both can play football. I don't even know if you understand how football works.
He looks like he has a nice fit mass on his body. Kev on stage does not.
So there was surely a nicer way you could have said. Maybe if you were like, oh man, if he had more muscle, or if you were like,
that
oh
would
yeah,
be disrespectful to Kev.
No, muscle is never
He
bad.
looks like Kev on stage. Yeah, if he had more muscle, that would.
And you thought if he gained more weight, sounds better.
Because gaining weight is not a negative thing.
I'm
Unless
telling
I said
you.
unless he was obese, that would be considered negative.
Well, why would you even go for that example?
Because I'm trying to show you that the gaining weight doesn't necessarily mean it's bad.
Listen.
And while we're on the subject, let's normalize telling people when they're getting too big the way you've normalized telling people when they start losing weight. The second somebody drops some pounds, don't get too skinny or don't lose too much weight. So tell people when they start gaining, hey, you might want to stop going to hometown buffet so much. You might want to ease off on the all you can eat shrimp and red lobster. Like you might want to, I don't know.
Here's the funny thing.
Yes.
You see how, ladies and gentlemen, I defended Demetrius White.
Who is an attractive man and gaining
listening.
weight, that's not a bad thing. He looks amazing. But you didn't need to defend him is my
Ma'am.
point. Yes.
You see, I just defended Demetrius White.
For no reason.
His response, well, remember me telling you to pick out the back of your fro today, CT, bro. I just defended your thick ass, and you telling me about the back of my fro? You don't even see the back of my hair
Now
right
he
now.
works for Nickelodeon
Yeah.
cable.
Thick.
Let's get back to relationships and not roasting each other because I didn't.
This is
get
why
to
I just
read
need
this
to mind my
question.
business, bro. Every time you try to be nice,
You try to be the hero, baby. They don't need a hero right
they
now.
don't, man. I'm the hero that
Nobody
y'all.
put the bad signal out for you yet.
Man,
So his question is, his question was, his relationship is basically, you have to talk about it before you get to the date. Who's paying? And this is what he's saying. So that way, there's no embarrassment or surprises. We got you, Demetrius. And
this is why I don't break up fights. Like whenever somebody fighting,
You don't break
I
up
just
one-on-ones.
walk. I don't break up one-on-ones, two-on-twos. I don't break up gang beatings.
I usually offer
Small
to
cities,
plan.
states, IOUs.
I usually offer to plan and pay for the second date, even if we went Dutch on the first date. I like that. Plan and pay. That means you get to do what you want to do and you're paying for it. I'm always turned on when a guy plans something out of the ordinary. I don't know what number date it needs to be, but I love it when they have an idea of where they're going to take me. And it's not necessarily the same place that they took their last 7 dates, but just something fun that's not just movies and dinner. Like when you're creative and you let me know what time you're going to be ready, you don't want me to be ready to be picked up. Ooh, that's so sexy because you have a plan. I love it. But
Women say that, but they ask for so many extra details. You didn't do that with me. Well, you do that now, but
I mean, we need to know how to dress.
well, so what kind of place? What should I wear?
Yeah, we need to know because if we're gonna be in a dress and heels, or are we gonna be like in sweats? I had this one guy for my birthday. He said, "I'm picking you up at a certain time, taking you to surprise for your birthday." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I didn't know what to put on. Are we going to dinner? Are we going? What? He took me to this place called Puddlestones in California, which is just a big jacuzzi park, so that you can take your clothes off. It's secluded jacuzzi. So everybody has their own private jacuzzi, and the people that work there, they don't make eye contact with you. They'll bring you towels, they'll bring you drinks or whatever, but they don't actually open the thing to see what y'all are doing. So basically, I think he wanted me to get naked. And this is somebody I had never slept with. We weren't even dating. So it was a very awkward date. It was a great idea. And I was like, ooh, I can't wait to bring somebody that I like here. But I didn't know how to dress. So I was in heels and jeans. I was overdressed for something that he wanted me to be undressed for. So we need to know how to dress. You agree?
But you just said, I just like a man with a plan and just tell me
Yeah,
when to be ready and what.
Exactly. But then also tell us casual or dressy. That's not a lot, I think. Yes, please update me when I gain, but in a respectful, loving, patient, kind, humble way. Also in a whisper. That is hilarious, Miss C. And that's so funny because when people lose weight when they were really big, like Paige Kennedy, shout out to him, amazing actor, content creator, also a rapper. He is 3 sizes smaller than he was when he was first on TV. He was, he's got a great TV and film career. But he keeps posting pictures of him before and after, side by side, saying, how come none of y'all told me I was looking like this? How come y'all let me look like this? And it's like, well, would you have received it if we did? But anyway, that's not a relationship. That's just a tangent. That was advice. I didn't roast, is what Demetrius was saying to you when he told you to pick out the back of your hair. It was advice. It wasn't a roast. Autumn Reed says, you should always be prepared to pay your own way on a date. If the other person pays, then you just make a mental note to at least offer on the next activity. And I think that's also, you're agreeing with CT. I agree. Dark Sage, my stance for women, and this may be jarring. If your stomach sticks out further than the girls, it's time to reconsider some things. Well, it looks like you're in shape. I see you took the time to make sure that your arms were in your profile pic on YouTube. And so you just want to make sure that the stomach doesn't go out further than the, what do we call these? The dinner rolls. I got you. That could trigger some people who have that. So I won't speak on it. Jackie says, ever had a guy split an IHOP bill on a date? I never talked to him again. My dad laughed a whole week.
That's hilarious.
IHOP is not that expensive. It's supposed to be a little more high end than Denny's, I'd imagine. But what is the bill? Like $42? Or if you're in the South, maybe $22? So yeah,
that makes it even crazier for you to split it.
Exactly. Tell me.
It's a sign of things to come.
Exactly. Be ready to split everything in that relationship. Hopefully. Don't tell me when I've gained. I knock heads off. That helps lose weight. It's great cardio. Oh, Dark Sage, stress does reduce weight. LOL. Ronnie Nicole, everyone should mind their own business when it comes to other people's bodies. That's a good point, but they don't do it. When they see you losing weight, they always have the courage to tell you not to get too small. And there's usually a bigger person who tells you that. But they say, you're going to lose your curves, or don't get too skinny, or you're going to look sick. And it's like, okay, but I can't say anything back to you because it will be considered offensive. Let's see. Question. Latasha wants to know, chemistry on all levels. How did y'all initially match up versus now? How important is it for couples to match and continue to work on staying matched?
Ooh, that's a great question. You can start that.
Latasha Luxuries. I believe this is Latasha that's in my Discord, who is super, super supportive of all my content. And she's one of the newest members of Team Tanjareen. On all levels. So sexual chemistry on all levels. Chemistry on all levels means sexual. It means conversation. It means everything. That is a big question. I would say that there were some areas that we didn't match at first, but there was other areas that were more important to us that made us have a good bond. We loved hanging out together. We were really good friends. We could talk about anything with each other. I could listen to him tell me something without any judgment. And I think that sexually it built to become exactly what both of us needed. And now we're each other's favorite, but it didn't start out that way. So I think because we didn't give up and be like, this doesn't work, or that's not how the last person did it, or this is not how I like it to be done, or this person would never say that or do that. I think we grew into the things that didn't have the strong chemistry at first. What do you think, babe?
I agree. I feel like the things in the beginning that we didn't have weren't important to me. And now the things that are important to me, we already have.
That sounds like bars.
Yeah, it was like the stuff that I thought about at 22 aren't the same things that I thought at 32. So it was like the things at 32 was like, oh, thank God I chose this person. You know what I mean?
Yay. Speaking of IHOP, Dan says, yep, about $42, but I pay it all. Let's see. When a man plans, he got to bust out the outfits on the bed for her. Oh, I like that. So I'm going to tell you where we're going, and I'm not going to tell you where we're going. Just this is what to wear, and this is what time to be ready. I like that. Hey, one thing for sure, kids keeping it 100 when it comes to the way people look. Kids, you see, yes, because a child will see you be too skinny or too big, and they will be like, Mama, why is that lady so fat? And you'll be like, shh. Kids don't care about any kind of filters because they have no reason to lie yet, which is a very pure thing. I also love that about autistic people on the spectrum. They're very honest. They speak their mind, and I love having conversations with people that they have to tell me what they're really thinking. I'm for sure paying for the first date, but I suck at planning dates. I appreciate your honesty, and I think that's a common thing with a lot of people. Bars to CT. What's up, good peeps? Ray says, I think as long as the deal breakers are matching or at least close, then that sets the foundation for a relationship. Exactly. Things that you have to have the same values. When you have the same deal breakers, you have the same values. So I think that's, I agree with what you're saying.
And to double up on that, me saying the things that weren't important to me are now important to me. The things that were important to me are not important to me anymore. So it's like, man, this worked out.
It did work out. Thank goodness. It's supposed to, because we supposed to be here for a long time together.
Oh, you don't understand. See, I need a girl every day when I come home. She drop it down. She, she's arching it. I don't care. Can I binge watch a show with you? Can I count on you to handle something in a quick nick of time? Can I count on you to not annoy me? Can I count on you to have a great conversation or feedback to something that I'm talking to you about? Can I count on you? Can I trust to leave my watch around you? Or am I going to be like, yo, what happened to that watch? I don't know. I thought you were taking
crazy.
It's like, oh my God.
My uncle, my mom's stepbrother, who was living in Flint, Michigan, he was, I don't know, maybe 80 something before he passed away. He did not trust his girlfriend. And he had a lot of money, he owned a lot of property, but every other day he was accusing her of stealing money from him. He would stash it in different places of the house, and then he would call her all kind of names and tell her that she stole his money. And we don't know if she did, but she would tell us like, oh, he thinks I took that, but he forgot where he put it. And it's like, man, this is a tough thing to witness.
That's not the truth. So Tanjareen allowed me to meet her late uncle before he passed.
Yes, we were in Michigan.
He's a very nice guy.
He's up there.
And he would complain about his girlfriend stealing. And his girlfriend would tell us about his complaints. Mm-hmm. And then she went to tell us she had taken some stuff. Like,
Did she?
Because he'll give me like $300 and I'll tell him, I spent it all, but it might have only came to like $100. It was like,
oh yeah, she would take more than she
cooking
needed.
The books.
She would take more than she needed when he would give her money for something. Yes,
let me ask you something. What do you think stealing is?
Yes, but I was talking about the hiding. He's thinking she took it the stash, but yes, she would definitely
same thing to me.
Yes, stealing is stealing. Yes, but my example is still
to Tanjareen. I've told her the one rule that I had when it came to stuff was don't play with my money.
Facts.
If I hand you my card, don't make me ask you, give me my card back. If I hand you money and you tell me, first of all, well, I can't get nothing for myself. Ask me before I give you this. Don't take no luxury leisure on your end. If I give you my card and you tell me, yeah, what I'm going to pay for is probably going to cost like $200. You're like, all right, great. Don't come back saying you spent $500 because you don't know which card I gave you.
That part. And it's not polite.
Yeah, I can't trust you.
Let me see what this says. Oh, Latasha says, yes, my youngest son was super honest. He's autistic, high functioning. Exactly. So she wasn't trustworthy and he knew it.
And he was right. That's the thing that made me laugh. I'm like, yo, he's completely right about this woman. And
but
she's over here laughing it off.
Years. Why would you stay with somebody?
He was 80. He was 80.
And she was younger too. So it's like, you feel like when you get a younger woman, she's probably wants your money. So I don't know. Miss C says, yeah, we got to keep it tight in Flint. That low key sound like all my uncles past and current. Exactly, Miss C. Oh, Miss George.
I couldn't believe she was stealing from this man. And then told us, because to her, we're complete strangers. Even though she's his niece.
Yes.
Yo, I'm a stranger, and you just admitted that you've been stealing from this man.
King Diesel said, so is CT braidless because of Autumn Reed? Dang.
Braidless because of Autumn Reed.
Because she called your braids.
Oh, that's funny.
Brushed out like Bob Ross paint.
No. Tanjareen says she likes my hair like this when it has texture. It looks like it's been sponged or whatever.
Oh, I like it when you actually sponge it.
So you don't like this?
This is good too.
This is good
but
too.
I like last night, it was accidentally looking like it was sponge, and I was like, "Oh, my baby looking sexy. This is cute."
Okay, so anyway, all right. So anyway, she likes the texturized fro, and I've been just rocking this, and thankfully I've been rocking this because I had an audition last night, and I know they just gonna love the hair. So I haven't really been getting any traction when I got my braids in. So I'm like, all right, let me just rock the fro for a while. Which I only ever just wanted the puffed out fro, but apparently people like their fros textured.
And my people?
Yeah, you pick.
Ronnie Nicole said, people just be telling you they wildest information when they don't think it's go nowhere. Exactly, that's that lady. Plan dates with an understanding of someone's likes and dislikes. I had a guy plan what he thought was an amazing date at a fancy seafood restaurant and then got mad when I only had bread. He never paid attention to me telling him I had a seafood allergy.
That's funny.
That is funny.
You gonna got a salad, baby girl?
Y'all are beautiful together. CT, you are blessed. Tanjareen is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen on YouTube. Oh, Roger.
That's crazy because he on Facebook. So you want to get, maybe you ain't seen no cold chicks on Facebook.
Or maybe he didn't mean to compliment for Facebook. I received that and I say that we are both blessed. Thank you very much. CT and I are both blessed. Damn, I hope she ain't watching this show. Hey, if she is, he passed away. My auntie who was stealing from.
Hope she saved that money she stole.
Stoner's Bake Talk Lounge says, how long have you guys been married? Funny you should ask, because today is January 18th. And our anniversary of starting to date was January 17th, 2010.
Married was the question.
I know, I'm about to say all of that, baby.
Didn't say
you always give the whole story when you're on stage. So I've been married for this long, but we've been together for this long, and I want my credit. So I'm just letting you know that yesterday was our 13-year anniversary of being together, but we've been married since 5/14/14. So it'll be 9 years in a few months.
Man, can't wait to year 10.
9 years. What we're gonna do? We're gonna renew our vows or something?
No.
What we're gonna do?
I don't know yet.
We should take a fun trip somewhere.
Should we?
Mm-hmm.
Because it feels like that's what we do lately is take trips.
We're going to Aruba, you guys. Okay, but let's get to this question. Kevin Lacroix, Emperor Kev. Question: if she puts you in the friend zone, is there a chance you can get out?
Yes. Where there's a will, there's a way. Let me tell you something. However, from my personal experience, this is the best case scenario with Tanjareen. But every time I've ever gotten out the friend zone, it was the woman's choice. It wasn't like I said something to make her be like, you know what, you're right. I'm going to give you a shot. It was like one day they just look at you differently.
I feel like women have way more control in relationships than they realize.
Yeah.
We have to say yes to a lot of things. We control how big the family size is going to be, and we control whether you come out of the friend zone. And if you know the story of us dating, Kev, you would know that we started off as friends for 2 years because we met in 2008. Mm-hmm. So we were friends for 2 years working together, and we didn't date until 2010. He was just my friend. So
you know what I appreciate about you?
What, baby?
Okay, so every man who has a girlfriend or a wife, you should think about this. Tanjareen is extremely hard to get a hold of. I thought about this earlier today. I'm like, man, you really be on me because your sense of your love language is touch. I'm like, man, Tanjareen is very needy. And I love that she needs me. And I love being able to be there for her. But I thought about the opposite. And I'm like, wait a minute. When we were just friends, you couldn't even get near Tanjareen. Mm-mm. You couldn't get her on the phone unless she was like you text her, be like, hey, could you talk around this time? I'll let you know. And that response be later. Yeah. So you can't get her on the phone. You don't know where she at. You definitely ain't getting her in person unless you run into her somewhere. And even then, you're like, hey, all right, I got you here. Let's go to such and such. Can't. Got to do something more. You like, Jesus. So she's extremely hard to get a hold of. So the opposite of this is who she is in normal life. So it's like, man, let me just count my blessings because you are not going to be able to get a hold of this girl.
Thank you for saying that, baby. Uniquely Me, Alma Lee says if she puts you in the friend zone, yes, there's a possibility you can get out, but you have to be intentional about being a real friend. I like that.
She don't even pick up the phone.
I like that. Because if you're being a friend, but you still, keep pushing up on her and keep hounding her and keep talking mess about the guy that she might be dating.
Don't do that. That's dirty macking.
It's dirty macking, and he don't like that. But we can see right through that, and it's really a big turnoff.
Because dirty macking is like, if the girl's going to give you the box, she's going to give you the box. There's nothing you have to say to disparage the man she's dealing with in order to get that box. Thought of a funny joke today. I'll tell you the whole situation another time. Okay. But you ever give a friend some advice and they be listening and do the complete opposite?
Oh, yes.
Like,
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I should do, okay. So, but you saying I should make sure.
Yes.
All right.
Shout out to my sister, Tasha. She asked me for advice on a lot of stuff, and then I see her do the opposite, and I'll be like.
Bad. All right, I'm going to talk to you. Okay, I'm on it. Man, I told this girl she just got cheated on, and she posted blasting the dude on social media, and I'm like, hey, don't do that. Like, I understand that you're hurt and you're going to be hurt for a while, But you don't, people like messes. They will always look at the mess and they will always engage in the mess. But that doesn't mean that they're on your side. They just want to be entertained. And you're looking like a clown in a circus doing that. And she was like, you know what? You are absolutely right. And I know that I'm looking like a clown in a circus right now. But, I'm hurt. And this is just me trying to, I'm like, I hear you. But don't do that anymore. XYZ, XYZ. Okay. You're right. Done. I'm about to just post about my business. Today, as I'm driving back home, she posted something else about this dude. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Do your thing, baby girl.
They don't listen. Huge turn off. Yes, let her be attracted to you for your merits and true personality. Dark Sage says, never dirty math. Even when you know it's true, some things are better left unsaid. And she'll find out. She'll find out the dude she's with ain't about nothing. Let's see.
Here's the funny thing. The dude that she put on blast, I didn't say this to her, but she put a dude on blast. And she was sharing all of his text messages to girls and the DMs and everything. And I'm like, I don't think she understands how this works. Because the things that she chose to share to the public, I'm like, he's winning. Like he's saying, yo, I can't wait to see you. She's like, oh, I want to see you too. And he's like, yeah, you should be sitting on me right now. And she's like, I want to be. You want something to eat? I cook. I'm like, you're killing your point because he's winning.
That's hilarious.
His results are crazy.
Take note from someone who
every shot he shoots, he goes in.
He scores. Oh my goodness. All right, we got to wrap this show up. We have had a great time.
Now we got to wrap it up. I've been sleeping for an hour.
It's exactly 1 hour. If you want to keep talking, we can keep talking.
No, we got to get out of here. I got to go to sleep.
Okay. Let's see. My baby mama did that to me and I just prayed for her. All right. Keep it smooth. Dirty Mackin is a dope way to put it. Like this. I say something close to that. Don't talk the next man down. Talk yourself up. Ooh, keep it smooth.
That's how you keep it smooth.
Don't talk the next man down. Talk yourself up.
Amen.
Ours. Amen. Last couple comments before we get out of here. I don't know what this symbol says. Tanj had that. What is that? Turkey up? LOL. Glad you got over and through, CT. Guard? Maybe it's a guard. I don't know what that image is, but yeah, I had that guard up. And there's a rap lyric because I listen to trap songs. I don't remember which rapper it is, but he has a verse that says something about you used to ignore my good morning text. Now you're in the bed with me. Or something like that. I don't know the actual bars, but it's like, yeah, we do that. If we're not interested in you and you hitting us all with the good morning queen text, we don't care nothing about that. And then, if you were lucky enough to make it to the other side of the friend zone, yeah, you'll be waking up with us.
Also treat women. Nah, I can't say that on camera.
Well, baby, this is the second time.
Well, I realized what I was about to say could come back and haunt me, so I don't want to say that.
Angel says, like CT says, gotta eat the cookie till the cookie get got. Eat is not in there, but you're close. The phrase goes, get the cookie till the cookie get got, but you're close.
Get the cookie till the cookie get got.
Let's see, wall, brick wall. Oh, it's a brick wall. So I had the brick wall up. Okay, congrats to CT for getting through. Thank you guys, because we could not see it on this end. What advice do you have for people who hold on to past traumas as a way of controlling the present? Is that should we take that next week?
I want to touch on it now, but that could be a whole thing next week.
Okay, go.
People's traumas are people's traumas. It's the way that they see the world. It's the way that they navigate being able to get out of the bed in the morning. Unfortunately, that trauma, the way that they deal with it can go on to us. And we're like, oh my God. It's kind of like the crusaders of insert whatever hot topic goes here right now. And people go so hard for it. And you're like, oh my God, could you stop being so blah, blah, blah. And they're like, this happened to me. And you're like, okay, because you can't take people's traumas away from them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of for people to get through. And sometimes people never get through it, even if they can acknowledge the problem.
This is true. Smooth, are you a therapist? Just Two says, I find it interesting. I feel like there's always two ways to respond to trauma. Because people may not realize this from seeing me because I'm the bringer of energy, health, joy, and light. But I've been strangled. I've been shot. I've been raped. I had my parents split up a bunch of times while I was growing up. So I lived in a single family home and then back to both parents in single family home, back to I moved around.
Sorry.
I moved around to I think 5 different preschools when I was 4 because I was, out of control. There's so many things that I've gone through. So you can either use that as, okay, I'm stronger than this, let me move on. Or you could be like, but I was assaulted. You don't understand. So there's a lot of things that you can do to get some help. But if you're dating or married to somebody who doesn't want to get the help, then you're in a tough situation. And it goes back to what we said at the top of the show. You got to find your happiness within yourself and try to encourage them to find theirs in theirs. Baby, are you playing with my football?
I'm trying to tickle you and it didn't work.
Oh, baby, you're not in the right spot. You want me to have my masseuse tell you where it is?
I beat you. I didn't want to finish the sentence.
We got to get out of here, babe. Where's your next shows?
My next show will be in the ER as the masseuse is undergoing surgery. And, check that out. I'm going to be there 7 days a week. Until his face gets fixed.
Oh, don't ruin his face. It's so cute.
Oh.
I'm just playing. Oh, I'm just playing. No, for real. You got some shows coming up?
Yeah, this Friday I'll be at the Ha Ha Cafe in the Valley. I'll also be at the Comedy Store in Hollywood simultaneously.
Nice.
Both shows. One show 10 o'clock at the Ha Ha, 10:30 at the Comedy Store.
North Hollywood is Ha Ha. Comedy Store is Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood.
Yeah, the next Thursday I'll be at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood at 10 p.m. for Tanjareen, his show.
Tanjareen Thursdays. And then that Friday, Tanjareen, myself, and my breeder, she'll be performing at Johnny's spot in San Diego. I'll be down there. What day is that?
That's next Friday.
Oh, I didn't even remember that I said I would do that.
Well, if you can't, somebody else got some money coming.
I want to. I forgot. I got shows, you guys. So I'm in San Diego next Friday, and then we're both performing on Valentine's Day in Bellflower at the Stand Up Comedy Club for their Valentine's Day show, the couples show that like we did last year. That's really cool.
Did we do a couples show last year?
Yeah, in Bellflower for the stand up. It was the Saturday of Valentine's Day.
Really?
So that's why he said they want you guys back this year.
Oh, wow. Great memory.
Yeah.
I'm going to rip that spot out the freaking ground.
I appreciate you censoring yourself like that.
I'm so funny. It's crazy on that stage.
You are, baby. You are funny.
I can't wait till y'all see me live. It's an experience. I'm so funny. You'll be like, wow, I did not know he was that funny.
And that's why they keep asking you to do your tour so you can go to the cities where they live and
they don't
see
know.
you perform.
Ask Guy Trip. He came in Hawaii. I was hilarious. And I was barely even trying that night.
Are you done? Because we're going to end the show.
I'm so good.
Any more compliments?
I'm so good.
Hey, you guys, do me a favor. When you finish watching this, post a comment under the video on YouTube and Facebook, because right now you're only in the live chat on the side of the video on YouTube. We need some engagement underneath. I appreciate everybody who did that from the last episode. Also, my super thanks is enabled on YouTube. So not on the live videos, but on the videos that I post in shorts and in regular pre-recorded videos, you can send a super thanks. And that's like a monetary way. It's like a super chat, but super chat is for live. Super thanks is for pre-recorded. So if you want to give anything, feel free to send a super thanks to either one of our pages under our videos. You laughing at yo, see, I need the link to get a pair of those paid in full glasses. You need to rap and say, ah, when you put those on.
These are actually the Iron Man glasses.
Ah, CT gets love here in Florida. Just saying.
Oh, thanks, Dark Sage.
Don't forget to go to Florida. Hey, that's Artsy21.
Yeah, lovely art.
All right, you guys, that's it. So all I wanted to say was super thanks is enabled. Put a comment under these videos on Facebook and YouTube after you watch it. And thank you for watching. And how was that? I was laughing, baby. You tickled me. Baby, I was laughing. You literally put your...
I watched you.
You were touching my vagina.
I watched you laugh fakely.
Baby, nobody's ticklish on the time. That's a good spot. That was good. Do it. Let me show you where I'm ticklish. Right there. That. Oh yeah? That.
All right.
Do the other side. That. Because before okay, that's enough. Before he touched the top mound of the vaginal area and thought I was gonna laugh. That is not ticklish.
That's what I was being annoyed at. I'm like a massage therapist.
No,
making you giggle like that.
Oh my God, we gotta end the show. Thank you guys so much for watching.
I will have his license.
It's time for me to make another appointment now that we're talking about it. Okay, bye, you guys. Have a great night.
Make one too. I ain't had one forever with these Asians.
No, because yours always ends with a happy ending.
That's why it's happy. That's why it's a good massage.
That's why it's a good marriage. Bye. I gotta do all the work.